Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Ecamm Network News and Entertainment.
We are here to entertain you.
Yeah.
So what's
And
first on the agenda, Ken?
so for Christmas this year, what we said to Anna and Fuljens, what all we really want is to be the hosts of the ENN show. It's not fair that they get to do it every single week, and we have to just wait until this one time of special time of the year to be the hosts of it. It's just not fair. So they said, sure, we will take the week off. We'll give everyone the week off. Paul and Katie and Anna and Fulgens, they'll all go on vacation, and we will run the entire show from the beginning to the end.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, we have a lot of fun stuff planned for you. We're going to do a code review and find bugs in the code and fix them with you on screen.
Yeah, it's like
We're
a three
going
hour
to
live coding session where we just like go through lines of code and talk about, what needs to be done with them. We'll go through the bug database.
Yeah, that'll lead right into the testing session where we just spend several hours starting and stopping Zoom calls
Yeah.
for several hours on
And just
end
saying test, test, test.
until
And
we can hear the Zoom ringing sound in our heads and we can't get it out.
so it looks like we've got about 25 people joining us here so far. Lots of activity in the comments. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. And yeah, Valerie's watching. Oh my God. How are you? Thank you,
Hey,
Maggie.
everybody.
The the Santa Claus hats. This was a last minute idea that we had. And I knew where my Santa Claus hat was, so I was able to just go and grab it. Um, hey, do you think we should give them a call actually, Anna and Fulgens and Paul and Katie, and maybe they can join us?
Yeah,
It's more
They're
fun. The
they're better at this too.
the more the merrier, is what I always say.
Let's see
So
if
we
we
can
can get
bring
people on
them.
the line here.
Yeah, hit them up on Zoom. Do a ad participant. Oh, there they. Wow, they all joined all at the same time. That was incredible.
Magic.
Happy Monday,
Ah,
great
Happy
job, you
holidays, guys.
guys.
Thank you for getting on
Yes.
with us. Yeah, we've got the show all planned out.
You guys are great. I love it. You can host ENN whenever you like.
exactly.
Really? Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
I could take the night off.
Nice.
So fun.
Ah.
Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Today is going to be the holiday hangout, and you are welcome to join us here in Zoom. So the link is going to be in the comments so that you can comment and join us here. We're going to have some great trivias, and you get to ask some questions, I don't know, to Ken and Glenn. Will they have the answer for you? I'm not sure. But Kate, you can ask some questions to Katie. It could be about this year or maybe what's coming up next year. Will she answer? I don't know. And we also have some really, really fun games for you and some prizes.
Yes,
Sweet.
we cannot wait. We have the fam tuning in. Hello, Tatiana. We have Steve Cullum, Joel, writer coach. Hello, Linda. Hello, Marianne, Matt Haas, Valerie, Maggie, Micah, Andy, Saeed. Everyone is here. Jeremy, hello, good to see you. Awesome. George, hello. George is back for some trivia.
Someone tie George's hands up. He's not allowed to play.
Ken and Glenn,
Then we'll drop him
do
away.
you have any merch left for George to win?
George has won all of our merch, Ken and Glenn.
Would you be interested in some ankle socks?
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
man.
So I see some family members are starting to join in.
Oh, we have all those
I
fleece
think-
blankets that don't say Ecamm on them. Somebody could sort of like merch, but it's
Fleece
not
blankets
quite.
left, yeah.
So I'm gonna cut to our 8. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, Fulgens, what's up?
Oh my gosh.
This
Okay.
show just got 8 times better.
Let's
This has
Whoa,
became the
got-
Fulgen
just
show.
got
well, you don't
way
have
more
to, you
handsome
don't have to
here.
stare at me for a while. I'll just go into preview mode and do that in the background.
If
Or you can just
only
do
we
it
had a
live.
mode.
You can just do it live, Fulgence, and just assign cameras there.
True.
Yeah, that's what you could do so we can all show up.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday to
Automatically.
Micah. It looked like it was Micah's birthday coming up soon. So happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy birthday,
Happy
Micah.
birthday.
We have Katie.
Better.
1 Katie and 7. Oh, this is very Brady Bunch. This has got the
Right.
Brady Bunch vibe.
Oh, who knows
I'll
this
get
song?
added in.
Here's the story of a
Can't sing
Wait,
too
who's
much of
gonna
it
be-
on we'll get a violation here on the stream.
Oh shoot!
If Doc was here, he could be Alice.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about who's gonna be in those last 2 spots.
I know, right?
We have,
Okay.
if they can kindly turn on their camera, we have Saeed
Oh,
here.
looks like
Oh,
Saeed. Hey, Saeed.
Saeed, hello.
Woo!
Sign Saeed too.
Andy says he's driving, so he won't be joining on Zoom. Andy, where's
Andy,
your
no.
sense of adventure?
You had to be
Andy.
safe. Hi, Saeed.
And Joel
What's
Bennett
going
is
on?
joining us
It's
as well.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, you're ready.
Let's go.
It is late there, isn't it?
Oh
You
my
are
gosh,
a trooper.
I don't think Saeed ever sleeps.
No. No, Saeed doesn't sleep.
Hi, Joel.
What?
Oh, that's it.
That
Hello,
helps.
Joe. Yay.
Katie, can we get like Ecamm Fam like whiskey glasses?
You've
In
got
the
it.
merch store.
Anything you want. We'll add those right in.
and it's recorded. It's recorded.
Custom made Ken and Glenn whiskey glasses.
Does that come with a
Doc will
bottle
want one
too?
Yeah, it comes with a custom bottle.
But it has to ship empty, and we're not allowed to send alcohol.
Yeah, you can't send an empty bottle.
Look at that. Oh, Saeed is so ready. Is that tea
Listen,
or?
now I'm sad. I don't have any drink here. I did not plan this out.
Katie, I have water. I'm bringing my water.
Good job. Water is the way to go.
Really far away, just in case. Really far away. Yes. So Katie, I'm gonna start with you. What has been, because this is gonna be the last ENN of the year. We're coming back in January, and for you, the last newsletter, right? So all of those communications and things like that are gonna slow down a little bit while we take a break. So Katie, for you, what was the highlight of your year? Personal and Ecamm, if you can share.
Personal and Ecamm. Well, I'm. This sounds silly, but I'm working on a temperature blanket. So I've been on a crochet journey. I'm slowly becoming 100 years old, and I'm nearing being done. It's gigantic. I've made 150 different errors in it, but I'm really proud of it, and I'm almost done. So that's probably my personal highlight. Ecamm highlight. I mean, I guess I have to say Creator Camp again. We've done a ton this year that I'm really proud of, but that event is just really special and fun, and we pulled off year 2 without. I can't think of like any big issues, which I'm still kind of blown away about, all things considered.
Yeah, that was so that blanket, how big is it gonna be?
It's gigantic. Because it has a row for every single day of the year, so it is.
Oh
humongous.
wow! Okay, wow. Well, we you gotta share it with us now that you say here. We want to see that.
I will. I'll have
Holy
to do a
wow.
live stream where you won't even see me because I'll just be underneath this gigantic blanket. There's a different color associated with the temperature. So there's a whole bunch of different colors and lines.
Oh wow!
For all the different temperatures here in New England. So it's a fun-filled project.
It's a
but-
project. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So Glenn, let's go with you. What about you? What has been your personal highlight of the year in Ecamm?
Oh, well, I feel like these rundowns of the year, they're always kind of like biased toward the end of the year because but
That's
if
what's
you
fresh in our mind.
if you will remember, we released Ecamm for Zoom this year, right? Was it this year? It was.
Yep.
Oh darn! Can I
I
take back
think
my
that
answer?
that was my highlight. 'Cause that was like midsummer.
Yeah.
Wow. Time
Wow.
flies.
And we basically spent the entire like preceding 6 months on that. So that is definitely the most satisfying thing that we've done in a long time. And it worked really well, and it was well received. And we did spend the next couple of months kind of smoothing things out, but in general, it was a successful launch. And took us a little. We had to do some recovery time afterwards, I think. But
Downtime.
that was fun. Skip my personal one.
Okay.
I can't. I don't know yet.
Because
not done yet.
it's not the end of the year. Okay.
And
Me?
Yes.
So my personal one, I guess this year would be the 10th anniversary of my classroom where I teach computer science to kids. We celebrated our 10 years in business, and it's just been really special to see all these kids grow up over the years, and a bunch of them are in college now studying computer science and robotics, and I like to feel like I made a little difference in their lives. Although you don't know, like there's a correlation causation issue there. Like, did they come to an after school computer science classroom because they were already interested in computers, or did I, teach them about it?
I'm thinking it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yes.
And I think my Ecamm highlight of the year would be the Ecamm News Network Christmas Hangout, which was just pretty awesome. Do you guys remember that? Oh no, who let this guy in?
It's Alice.
Doc! It's Alice.
It's Alice.
The dog
Oh
out.
my gosh, it's Alice.
I didn't know Zoom worked all the way to Hawaii.
Yeah, turns out. Yes.
Look at it. Look at it. Okay, Fuljens, let's go with
We
you
had to get
real
an
quick.
extension cord.
And let's go
Like
with
if
you,
you had
Fuljens,
a-
and the family. In the family in the comments, write in your comments what have been your highlight of the year. I know that it's not over yet, but for us, this would be the last one that we can share in video, like in this format.
Because everyone's taking the next 3 weeks off, right?
Right.
Y-
Yeah.
If you had like an overlay, Fulgence, that was like the top of a Christmas bulb, you could put it right above that circle.
Right.
You
Make
look
Doc
like an
cry
ornament.
in this one.
We could do it, Fuljens. We have an emoji tree. Just bring the tree. So I'm pretty sure the highlight of Saeed's year has been switching to Ecamm, huh?
Over quite yet.
No pressure at all. I have 14 more days to go, and don't tell Ken and Glenn that I'm not an Ecamm user yet.
We're live. We've been live switching Saeed over for the last 6 months.
Santa has told me that Saeed has a Mac M4 Mini in his cart at Amazon.
go.
So,
There you go.
It's a
That's
step.
for the M4.
Only 2 clicks away, so
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Oh man.
Nice. Yes, and then Paul, let's go with you.
I'd have to say Ecamm. I mean, well, yeah, that. But Crater Camp was the big thing, and as a caveat to that, the planning for Crater Camp 25. And then personally, just reconnecting with old friends. Actually, I did get to yell at Doc this year, which was kind of fun.
In person.
Yeah, in person.
Doc, I got this question from you, so go ahead and take your own question back. What has been the highlight of your year?
Well, I mean, I would say camp is pretty easy. But yeah, it's kind of funny, but camp was legit this go around, like had an absolute blast. I would say personal highlight was I got to go to Canadian Thanksgiving, which was super cool. And Kat was there with us, so we kept it extra Canadian. So we had a good time. But yeah, we had a little creator house thing that we set up at NAB, and I got to go to NAB and actually see it from a different people's perspective, because I've always seen it from a broadcast or industry professional. This time I was shepherding around my homies, and I visited NAB as a female. I didn't dress up or anything, but I was with them. So I saw everything through their eyes. And I'm like, our industry is broken and our industry needs help. And being a big brother to them, it kind of broke my heart a little bit. And I was like, some of the people that even I consider them my contemporaries, my friends, they are completely like off when it comes to opening the doors up and making it a little bit more female inclusive. So that was a big eye-opening situation for me, and it even helped out with dealing with people from the different levels in that, because Mary Lou has wrangled in my ability to explain things in a more normal human tone instead of me being me. So yeah, it was interesting. I had a minor trans nerd moment, I guess. I don't know how to explain it without making it sound bad, but yeah. Going to NAB with the three girls completely flipped the way I see the way our industry treats it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm glad you see that, and that's something that we all have the
Don't say
power to
you've been
change
saying
and
this all
influence.
along, Anna, by the way. Don't rub it in. I know.
Yeah, just saying. I'm
Rub
just
it in,
saying.
Anna.
Just saying. But I'm glad that is we because we all can do something about it, and I'm glad that you get to experience that, Doc.
Yeah, well, because now I won't stand for it. If anybody's like that to any of my female friends, I'd be like, hold up, park your brakes on me. First of all, I'm bigger than you. Second of all, that's just unacceptable. So,
Yep.
it's funny to call yourself an ally, but then what do you do when you see somebody do wrong? Like, do you just keep quiet and still call yourself an ally? See, that's not happening around me now, because I've seen it, and I've seen what it does to my friends.
Yeah.
You got to speak out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Loving these highlights. Great job,
I
Steve.
know. I'm like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
see. I'm like, can
Cool
we make
stuff.
them bigger so we can see them? I'm over here trying to read them. Yes.
There we go.
And
there we
stretch
go.
them out a little bit too. Like,
Andy, you should be able
We
to
got
read
voice
that. I'm the
control in
senior.
Ecamm now, Ken?
It's in beta.
Check it out.
there we go.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
It's in there.
Congratulations, Steve.
Yeah, that's awesome. Running in
Oh,
knee
I saw you-
surgery,
I saw you
amazing.
like-
Oh, that's Joel. Joel is like. That's awesome.
Documentarian. That's amazing. I love it. Love
That's
it.
awesome.
Congrats.
So we have fam, we have Ken and Glenn here. You feel free to ask any questions, but one of the questions that we have been seeing a lot in the community is what hardware does Ecamm work best in terms of MacBook, Mac Studio, and things like that. So, Ken and Glenn, can you take that question, just share your thoughts about, for those who are looking into upgrading their Macs or for next year, what do you recommend at minimum for them?
Well, it's going to
We get
depend
that
first
question
of
a
all.
lot, right, Ken?
What's that?
It's a common question.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to depend on what kind of, first of all, like form factor of computer you prefer. Me and Glenn are exclusively laptop people. My only computer's been a laptop since 1999. I have a stack of MacBook Pros up in the attic about 2 feet tall. And those are the ones that I didn't hand down to somebody else. I would never consider anything but a laptop. So in that case, I just get the 16-inch MacBook Pro. These are fantastic computers. And then you can pay as little or as much as you want for them, depending on how much RAM and storage you want inside. They put some of the ports back on after taking them away. So now you do have some useful plugs on the sides.
Yeah, there's
You've got-
HDMI.
You've got, 3 USBs, stuff like that.
It can connect a second monitor.
Yeah.
I agree. I recommend the 16-inch MacBook Pro. And as far as like what M they are in the M series, it really doesn't matter. They're all exactly the same.
If you want to save some
Right,
money,
Doc?
get M1 or an M2. It's exactly the same thing inside. It's just marketing.
I think so. You're right. They're all basically the same. Every M computer will do this. The only thing that I like recently came up, and I was telling somebody, if it's a good deal and you can get an M2 for like 40-50% of what you're going to buy an M4
Yeah.
for, by all means, get that. Me personally, I wouldn't step back 2 generations on the processor. That's just me, because I know where I want to do with it. But I think the first step is knowing what you want to do with it. And I think what most people end up doing is they go buy based on budget alone. And it might be better to save an extra 6 months and get something that will last you extra years than to go rush out and get something that you immediately hit a brick wall. So
That's true.
don't
Better
feel
ways,
like
better
you're
ways to save money.
But
There's better
what I
ways to
kind of
yeah,
save
meant
money.
by what I kind of meant
yeah.
by them being all the same, I guess, is more like obviously they're not the same, but Apple is kind of using that now as just the yearly bump, like they do, like, ooh, iPhone. Now it's the iPhone 16 instead of 15. Everyone needs to go out and please buy a new iPhone. They're kind of doing that with the Mac now, like
Yeah.
M4, guys. Okay, Renault should get the
Three,
M4.
yeah, your three is obsolete. You got to go get a four. And a better way to save money too is, Ecamm uh, isn't a very RAM intensive tool. You don't need to go get this unless the 64 gigabyte of RAM Mac. Uh, you're never gonna use it unless you're gonna be like, I don't know, running large language models locally or huge Photoshop projects or something. But you don't need for Ecamm huge amounts of RAM. And that is
How much
that
RAM?
makes
How much
what?
RAM should they get?
I mean,
16?
You
Fulgence, you're
can't get
running
less than
Ecamm right
16
now.
now.
Go look Fulgence in your activity monitor and just look at how much RAM Ecamm's using for the production. It's probably 2 or 3 gigs. I mean, you don't need 64.
Yeah,
Um,
one of the things that goes missed, and I don't
Could
think
be more
people
because it's got all
understand this
these movies
because the,
running.
the the tech bros on YouTube make it seem like Apple's just trying to make you upgrade. When they bust an upgrade cycle, like the 4 is designed for people who are still on Intel or who may be on M1 and pushing the limit. The 4 is not designed for the person who has an M2 or an M3. But
Yeah,
it's
you're
so
right.
much more fun to say that Apple is trying to make you upgrade every year because victim mentality runs really strong in the US and it's just what we live on. And it just makes them sound like evil. But they don't, even the car manufacturers, right? When the new model came out for the X3 this year, BMW didn't say, hey, you bought one last year, you should buy one this year. They're expecting me that when I get to the end of 5, I'm going to replace that one with whatever is the current model 5 years
That's
later.
true.
Well, 3 years later because I leased.
Can
But
you imagine at Apple, they're looking at their statistics and they're like, people are still using Intel Macs. Like, why aren't they upgrading? Like,
oh,
don't
for
they
sure.
know how much better these are? That must be so painful for them to like see those numbers of like how many people are still using like ancient
Yeah,
Macs. They made them too
because they
good.
know how much better it
They're
is.
like the they're like the refrigerator company that made the refrigerator that never dies, and no one's ever gonna buy a new one because like it works so well.
That's what they said
Um,
about Paul. He's still here, like 80 something years later.
So what about okay, one more, and then Fulgence, are there any questions for the guys about?
We do have one question here. Matt is asking, can a feature exist that removes deleted overlay assets from the Mac's hidden application support folder to save storage space?
Yeah.
Somebody was asking that on Facebook too.
It was Matt.
Maybe it was Matt. Because
Yeah, I
Matt
would
knows about the hidden folder, but most people don't. And how do they free up that space, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't not even call that a feature, Matt. I would call that fixing a bug. I mean, Ecamm's just really not being vigilant enough in cleaning up that folder of stuff. Um, as you move between profiles, add, remove overlays. There's definitely stuff getting left over in the app sport, and um, if it was working
Yeah.
right, I think it would be deleting that stuff, but it's building up. So some
Yeah, if you
people
delete
are
a
ending up
scene or
with
delete a
several
profile,
gigabytes.
like if you delete a profile, like we should be throwing away all the stuff from that profile. Like we shouldn't be like leaving it there forever unless we're trying to sell new Macs.
And it and it
That's
also
Apple's strategy.
it adds up because like if you just have all like tiny overlays, you might not notice. But if you're bringing in like a 1 gigabyte um, snowflake animation, and then you end up with like 100 copies of that, you might notice the missing space. Like those big animations, I think is what's taking up all that space.
Hmm.
But as kind of like a side answer to that question, it's completely safe to go into that overlays folder in application support and just start going to town zapping things that you don't need anymore.
Sort it
It's
by
not going
date
to
and
mess
delete.
anything up.
Sort it by date and delete anything that got added over like 5 years ago. Just get rid of it.
Maybe over Christmas, Ecamm needs to go to hoarding school and kind of.
Yo,
Yeah.
my
Have
oldest
a cleanup
overlay is from
session.
July 22nd, July 1st, 2022. Good Lord.
Wow.
I haven't
Wow.
cleaned this sucker in a while.
You can go through it and like just like it's like a trip through memory lane. You can
Yeah,
see
that's
all
what's
those
fun.
old overlays that you used to love.
Overlays I
Oh no,
used to
Val.
love.
We have another
Yeah.
question.
See,
4
that's the
million
advantage
gigs.
of
Wow.
getting enough space because you don't think about it. But then when you look in here, you're like, good Lord, I have 17 gigs of overlays from stuff from God knows when.
At
You just
least
might
when you
find a
need to like,
picture that you forgot you didn't have.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
yay!
funny.
Congrats, Ops. That's awesome.
All right.
We have a
Nice.
question from two questions actually. The first question is from Saeed. Is asking, when will the magic move feature come to Ecamm?
So it's not switching to Ecamm until this feature comes.
So the answer to that question is never, because if you go to apple.com copyright page, they list
We
out all the
cannot
registered
call it.
trademarks. Magic Move is registered trademark to Apple. So
You trying to get
I
us
think
shut down.
the 8 of us are here right. The 8 of us are here right now. We can all put our heads together and figure out
9.
what to call it.
9 of
yeah,
us.
including Doc. Yeah.
9 of us need to figure out what to call it.
Don't
That's
count
not
me.
Magic Move. It can't be
Ecamm
Smooth Move
Slide.
because that sounds like a laxative tea.
It is elected.
But
Ecamm
Magic
slide.
shove.
I like the slide.
Yeah, Ecamm
We-
slide.
we're gonna post this. If we're gonna post this tomorrow, we need to know what to call it.
Yeah.
Um,
What if you called it magic move in quotations? would that be an issue?
I would just call it "wee."
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect name. Whee!
Just a laughing emoji and see if people
my
can figure
my
out what
idea
it
was
means.
magical move.
Floating.
The floating.
floating.
The
Yeah.
Saeed slide.
Nice slide. I like slide. I'm with
Slide
you.
is
Saeed.
cool.
Magic slide.
Well,
Sensational.
enchantment enhancement.
Ooh, sensational shift, George.
Sensational shift.
Daniel says smooth.
Smooth. Way to go, Daniel. That's a good one.
I went for Fushnikins, which is schmooth, la schmooth, and we ain't got nothing to prove.
Lush move.
Metal
That'd be a good name.
movement.
Metal
That's a
movement.
good cut. Now that
Just
song
change
is
the
in your
spelling
head,
of
kid.
magic move. There you go.
Yeah, magic.
Magic.
The magic move.
Or
Oh yeah, let's just do it in German.
Move
Move
magic. So,
magic.
The real
Everyone's
move.
trying to get us sued.
No
over
magic
You've ever
involved. It's
studied-
real.
ever studied trademark like law? The rules are actually really interesting. Like, it's all about consumer confusion. So like you couldn't say magic move with a J because that would be like the same
Tectonic
thing,
plates.
like under trademark law.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I was saying to Ken, like, can we just call it Magic Move? And then, if Apple like tells us to not call it that, then we can change it. And then
No,
he
no, we-
pointed out the problem with that is that, like, last time we got an angry letter from Apple was probably what? How long ago do you think that was?
Last week?
2006 or 2007.
It was probably a good 12 or 13 years ago that we got an angry letter from Apple about something that we did with the marketing for Phone View. But what he was pointing out was when they find something that they don't like, then they go through all your stuff with a fine-tooth comb and
Don't do
point
that.
out all 42 things that you're doing wrong, and you have
That's
to fix
not-
them all. So like the idea of just kind of like doing it and asking for forgiveness could like set us up for like,
Don't poke the bear.
and the stuff
don't
they
poke
came
the
up with
bear.
was unbelievable. They told us that the fact that we had a website with a white background and black text was making it look like we were the Apple website.
Wow.
I'm not even making that up.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
let's
look-
go with like shift or slide or
Yeah.
some
No,
synonym of let's not use move at all.
Yeah, let's
not
Smooth
do
move.
that.
Miraculous
Well, it is a move.
shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, the miraculous shift. That's great. That's a good one. Yeah.
Magic morph.
Oh yeah, morph. Yeah.
Because it's more than moving. The way that we're implementing it, it's more than moving. Like everything will interpolate to everything else. Like so if you have like a like overlay that's like one shape and you change the shape, the shape will morph. So like it is kind of like a magic morph.
Oh, morph.
Right? It's
Yeah.
better than smooth move. It's better than magic move.
It's better. It's way better.
Morph.
How
than
about
smooth.
cambio
I guess we'll have to
instantáneo?
wait, right?
Right, Anna? They should
What?
name it cambio instantáneo.
Yeah, there you go, Doc.
Enchanted interpolation.
Enchanted interpolation brought to
It
you
has
by
a nice ring to
Ecamm.
it.
Shapeshifter. Nice.
That's why I said
Shapeshifter. That
Ecamm
one's kind of
enchantment.
fun.
That's nice.
I like
Shapeshift.
that one. Shapeshifter is fun.
I think
shapeshifter.
What about just
Yeah.
shapeshift?
Shapeshift.
That sounds
Shapeshift
nice.
is good. It might be trademark. Let me pull a USPTO real quick.
As long as it's not Apple, we're fine. I mean,
Let's pretend that we're a bunch of lawyers. Make live
Where's
decisions.
Yolanda when you need her?
Yeah, where's Yolanda Gordon Firemark? One of them people.
Yeah, where are our Ecamm lawyers who are sitting here crying in the chat?
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That's all I was thinking, Luis, was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I grew up in an era, so the word
Power
morph
shift.
just immediately.
remember Power Boost?
Magic
Oh yeah,
morph.
power boost.
We used to sell a product called Power Boost. I can't remember what it did. Cam switch.
Fuljens, question for you. Is there a way that we could see everybody here? You know how I wanted to do
Power slide.
to see if who can do this? This?
Yeah.
Right? Can we see everybody doing it?
You mean like the
What?
like Star
What's
Trek?
wrong with
What are we trying to
like-
do?
Like we're trying to do this. So you're gonna hold, I can't do it. So you're gonna hold your 3 fingers and then you're gonna put your pinky on top of the thumb. And then the 3 fingers have to stay up and then your pinky has to be here.
Wait, the pinky.
Yeah,
so it's
what's-
not 3 fingers up if it's a pinky. Wait.
No, so
the
here,
oh,
so
got it.
yeah, so 3 fingers up and then
Yeah.
your pinky
Yeah,
on
like that.
top of your thumb.
Then you can do this.
Guess I can do it.
I can do it on this hand.
What
But
the
I
hell?
can't-
Ken
I
can
can't
do
do
it
it on
in
my-
both hands? Wait a second.
Really?
Give me Ken in
Wait.
one screen, please.
Ken is
And
one
Katie,
is in the
wait.
1%. Wait, Katie
Wait,
too?
let me
Supposed to be
see.
hard.
Katie can do
pinky,
it.
It's
pinky
easy.
over thumb. Pinky over thumb.
Pinky over thumb.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
pinky over thumb.
Oh, it is harder
simple.
pinky over thumb.
Wait,
Yeah.
Doc, your thumb over pinky.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go to
Is it the
everybody
sign
solo.
of a genius?
So here's Katie
Do I get to
first.
call
there
myself
we
a
go.
genius?
Yes,
Wow,
okay.
Katie's in the
Oh my
1%.
God,
That's
yay.
the 1 percentile.
It
Wait,
kind of hurts though, not gonna
it
lie.
does hurt.
Yes,
Paul?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Is it,
woo!
whoa,
you see?
Doc.
Paul almost
Paul
can
is-
do.
That's like me. His fingers are
Doc,
twitching.
yeah, that's my right hand like that. Ken and Glenn.
yeah, but my left hand
Doc's
is
a
easy.
little bad.
I have
other way, let me
arthritis.
see.
Throwing
Is this
gang
like the
signs
Ecamm
everywhere.
like sign?
Look at
Wow.
both of them. It must be a. Whoa, it's an
Wow.
Ecamm thing.
It's
Wait.
it's an Ecamm thing.
It's an Ecamm
It
thing.
is- it
Wait,
is an
Saeed,
Ecamm
you're
thing.
So look, now we
Wait.
all gotta wear orange and walk around LA talking about what up, blood?
This is as good as I get on this hand.
I know.
I
do
can't.
it in
I
either
can't straighten
hand.
out that ring finger on the.
I can't do it in
Okay,
either
I'm-
hand, right?
I'm-
It hurts.
I'm going through the list. Now I know who to remove from the Facebook group now.
Yeah, you've now identified yourself as either a part of the group or not. Been removed.
Oh, God, how easy. They did.
Oh no!
See, Paul, look, you get the
can't do
86
that.
Val.
Sorry, Rob. We're sorry.
There is a
Okay.
Santa.
We're losing viewers.
Oh my gosh.
You see?
Oh, Valley can't
Yeah.
do West Side.
Valley, you and I are together. I can't
I
do
can do it
it
West
either.
Steve, did you try it?
She live in the bougie part of LA though.
Yeah, Steve, that's supposed to be hard. Do you do it?
Remember everyone. Pinky over thumb. Pinky over
Yeah,
thumb.
thumb over pinky is way easier.
All
that
right,
one's
Luis,
no
can
problem.
you
I
add
can
more
do-
context to that, please?
It
Doc,
hurts. It hurts on my left hand more than my right hand.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
pretty hard. I can't. I'm like, when I first saw it, I'm like, I can do this, and I
Michelle
was
could do
putting my
it.
thumb over my finger, but you can't. All right, Michelle. Look at you.
Yeah. It's most people can do it with one hand, but the other hand you're feeling and twitching and
Yes.
it gets out of
Yeah, that's me and
Yeah.
Fuljens.
You can let go, Hank. You can let go now. No one hurt themselves.
Hank's going to pass out. Be like, hey, you good, man? Huh?
Turn it sideways and it's an E. Oh.
Ah, there you go.
Oh shoot! Here we go.
that's yeah, that's it. It's a secret Ecamm handshake. Now when we walk down the street, we do.
You know? Yes, yeah. Here we go. So okay, so who can do it in the? All right, Saeed, were you able to do it?
Yeah.
You did. Okay, Joel, were you able to do it?
I see like a
No?
little.
Joel's like,
Okay,
Saeed,
Joel,
Saeed, you got to do it in German.
All right, now let's bring who's in the Zoom room that can do it. That can do it, so we can bring them up.
It's just us 9.
It's just us 9. Okay,
Yes.
here we go. So who? Here we go. I can't do it, but this is a great segue for us
Yes,
to
Joel, I
start
can.
the game. So the trivia for today is you'll will win something that we're gonna say after, but the game is you're going to guess who did that. So the game is called Who Did It or Who It Belongs to the Experience. So we're just gonna put it on the screen and then we're gonna come back here and you're going to guess who it belongs to. And then we're gonna do the same thing, add you to the wheel and then choose a winner. So Fuljens, let me know, Fuljens and Paul, let me know when you guys are ready.
Right. So, Paul, the screen is going to be blank before I pull up the first one, so that'll give you time to add the start. Well, I guess you could do it now because. Let me know when you're ready, Paul.
Okay, yeah, as soon as they see
Said
it
Paul
this
did
way.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if everybody is on. Get your fingers ready.
You throw it
Stretch
up, and
'em
then I'll just put the stop in.
Okay,
As
perfect.
soon as they see it, they can start.
Awesome. All right, so let me go there now. And I believe I have a timer. Okay, here's the first one.
I missed this song.
Yes. In 4th grade, I was the president of a company that sold rocks to my classmates.
I was going to say the same thing, Saeed. Oh my God. I'm sad. I'm starting to think like Saeed. My head is now broken.
That is too funny. 3, 2, 1. Pull that and come back to us here. All right.
So, where are the names that we are supposed to have, just in case the family needs help?
Oh, that was on the other one, so let me pull it back up
Oh, okay.
here. Yep.
But they answered. They have their answer, but we have another chances. A lot of chances. Okay, here we go.
So what is the correct answer? Correct answer.
So wait a second, because Paul has to enter. Paul, you did stop already? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. All right. So who? Let's see who did it.
Who was it?
You gotta raise your hand.
Reveal
You gotta
yourself.
raise your hand. Yes. Here we go.
Reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. Oh,
Wait,
George.
you were the
Oh,
president?
George.
Of course, George won.
Yep.
And it was just
Every time.
just one. Oh, George, we're the only one who gets Glenn.
George is on
If you
it.
were the president, what was I?
Ken is upset. There's a challenge for the presidency.
I don't know.
Vice president? No,
You
co-president.
used to get the rocks. You were the
So
supplier.
Fuljens,
Oh,
do I need to send?
No, we had
Fuljens,
other
do I
people
need
for
to send
that.
you the list of names?
Well, for George, I can just type George's in there. You don't need to
Okay.
send a list of names for George. Hold on a second. Let me just go ahead
Just
and add
type
that.
George 8 times.
The answer is George.
So that
We're
was
gonna have
a test.
Ecamm Jiminy. Alex, I'll take Ecamm for 1,000. Okay. What is George?
George is all alone here right now.
George. And remember, fam, if you are in the YouTube chat and you would like to join us here in Zoom, the link is in the comments, and you can just come in and join us as well and be in Zoom with us. So, okay. So George is okay. So Fuljens, let's go with the next question.
Yes. Let's cut back to the YouTube view here. Okay, let's go. All right. The next one here. Who snuck out of school to drive a friend into a buffalo ranch where a buffalo had escaped and they had to help find it and bring it home?
That's sort of how it happened.
Yeah.
Just to give you a clue, Buffalo Ranch for me is food. It's a chicken sandwich. Oh, actually, they have it at Flatbread Pizza, I believe. They have Buffalo Ranch pizza.
That went by so quickly.
It
The
did go by
timer
so-
went by really quickly.
It did go by.
Wow.
What
Okay.
just cheated?
We were distracted by Doc, and now we're all hungry.
I guess. And one thing that I don't think we said is that it's either Katie, Ken, Glenn, Fuljens, Paul, or I. So those are the guesses. Those are your guesses. For you. So just to
Everyone
make
who's
sure-
guessed Saeed and Joel are just really upset right now.
You should have left those out there.
I know, right? I'm like, okay, that's it. But all right. So let us know when you're ready. So we can.
Okay.
We
So-
can.
the answer?
Oh, okay.
Go
I
ahead
see
and just
some-
put George back in there again.
We have.
He didn't
okay,
answer.
Wait. No, yeah, exactly.
We're making him
What's
feel
the
bad.
No,
answer?
George answered, but
George answered.
Wait, what's
Yeah,
what's
he
the
answered.
the answer?
Oh,
first?
yep.
you wait. What?
It's
Once we
Katie.
got okay. Yes, it's
The answer is
Steve.
Katie.
So we
Steve.
have two. Okay, Katie,
Yep.
tell us the story because that's how did
That's some
yes.
super Canadian mess right there.
It's a Canadian mess. I was at school in Saskatchewan, and we snuck out overnight and and went to our friend's house in Russell, Manitoba, and she owned a whole bunch of buffalo, and one of them got out overnight, and we had to help catch it.
Yeah,
How
It
do
was
you
ridiculous.
catch a buffalo?
You don't. You just run and ask for help. You're like, has anyone seen a buffalo?
Like I didn't even
It's a
know
lot of
buffaloes
ridiculousness.
were like real animals. I thought that was like a fictional animal from the
No,
old
yeah,
days.
them down in ATVs because they are fast and very large. So it's,
Wow.
Ken,
it's an
you
adventure.
don't remember when they cloned them in like the early 80s because they were trying to get better or cheaper beef. So we had beefalo for a while.
No,
That was
Yeah,
just a
they-
weird
they-
dream you had.
I think
No,
you're
I
doing-
promise you. Look, Google it, dude. I'm not as old as Paul, but they tried to make cheaper beef and they hybridized buffalo. and
Doc's like-
cows, and
Aren't
it came
buffalo
out
Doc's
more
like-
buffalo.
expensive?
Doc's
I
like,
feel
no, guys,
buffalo
check
are more expensive."
Wikipedia. No, check Wikipedia now. Hold on. No, refresh it. Okay, now check Wikipedia.
Man, I'm telling you, it's for real. Beefalo was a thing.
It sounds delicious.
Beefalo.
I'm eating it right now.
So we already entered the okay.
Hank, did you get him? Fulgence, my mouse is fighting me.
I have George from round 1, and I have Steve Cullum from round 2.
Well,
Yeah.
we have more. I saw
Go ahead and
others.
add here. Let me give you this list. Go ahead and
Okay.
add
That's
these
why
in.
we need a giveaway tool built in the Ecamm. If only we had developers.
request.
If we had developers to help us do
Painful
that.
it is to do this manually.
Hey, I'm not gonna come on these things anymore if it's just all feature requests.
Okay, fair.
You do have some more feature requests. You have some more.
Yeah, we do. We have.
I was kind of messed up on the stop, so I'll give credit.
Paul,
Okay.
are you sending them in Slack or you're sending them in the?
Yeah, I put them in Slack.
Okay.
Sorry, you want them over here?
Yeah, over here is fine. All right. Okay, we'll just give call some time before we go to the next
Eve,
one. Perfect,
Tora,
thank you.
and Writer Coach Corner.
Perfect. Congratulations, you've made the wheel.
Yes, yes.
It's Christmas.
Step
Yes.
closer.
It's Christmas. Yeah, right? Yes. Okay. So one more before I go to a question, because I do have a question for Ken and Glenn, or actually Dak, for all of you actually, because this will be relevant to anyone who would like to answer. So one more question, Fuljens, let's pull it up.
All right. And the next question is, let's see here. I can't stand the smell or taste of cantaloupe and honeydew melons. One bad experience as a kid ruined them for me.
Everybody in the world.
All of the above. D.
Me too. I can't deal with either of them now.
Joel says Canadian stories are the best.
Weird stuff happens in Canada, let me tell you.
But believe it or not, Saeed, I asked that exact same question, and I even asked it to their mom. So I just want you to know you aren't the only person who thought of that.
All right.
All right.
So the fam didn't hear. So I will say that again for next game. You're guessing here for what happened. Did that happen to Katie, Ken, Glenn, Fuljens, Paul, or I? Dak, Saeed, and Joel are here to have fun.
Yeah, but I can't stand cantaloupes or honeydew melon either. So whoever it is, we're on the same team.
But
This
also,
sounded
plus
an
one
awful
for
lot
Doc.
like you, Doc.
I will say your best option would probably be to pick the other Haitian dude.
Okay. So raise your hand, whomever it is.
Me too.
That's right.
Fuljens, wait, one time for La Haiti.
Right.
Did they do it, Fuljens?
He can't.
Oh, wait.
There you go.
Wait, there you go.
See, he missed it. There you go. Boom.
I don't know about you, but
Man,
I really
we got to get
enjoy
our Hollywood
cantaloupe.
squares together.
Oh, yeah, we do. I have to get that right.
So, all right.
Okay.
So while you do that, so here's the question that I would like to ask. So going back to Mac and laptops and what is the best system for running Ecamm. This is just in general. There have been some questions about, I want to have X amount of monitors, which Mac or which would work best for me. So there's some laptops and some like Mac Mini and things like that just allows you to have specific amount of monitors. So how do we, for those who say, okay, I want to have 3 monitors or 2 monitors or 3 monitors, where should they start? At least for
A desktop will always have one more because it's missing the first one that's already on your machine. People count the externals without thinking about counting the one that's already there. So the answer is 3.
okay,
But on a laptop, one of them is on a hinge. So it's still 3.
got it.
On the Mac Mini, for instance, if you get the Mac Mini desktop, you can connect 3 up to 3 6K monitors. You don't want to do that because people also don't realize every monitor you add takes away from performance of the machine because it's GPU, right? So you do need to know that some things that you can do to supplement that, for instance, I have 4, but that's because 2 of them are on DisplayLink and those don't count because DisplayLink isn't a native monitor. You also, whenever possible, you kind of want to avoid your display monitors, the one you type on, like Word and PowerPoint and all of that stuff. Those should try to come out of either the Thunderbolt USB or DisplayPort for the prettiest picture. HDMI does work. It's just not as clean, and that's straight from the spec sheet. But, nerds on YouTube will argue with you forever about such things. The other thing that's also good to know, which is a little confusing, Mac OS scales. So what I have currently, a UHD or a 2K monitor, will not look as pretty as a 4K monitor, but a 4K monitor scaled to 1080 will look phenomenal. So the only Retina displays are technically 5K, and most of them price people out of what they're looking for. So you just kind of sort of don't want to buy 2K monitors, even though I have two 2K monitors right here. They're not as clean. If you care about perfectly pretty text, you got to go with either 1080 or 5K.
Okay. Well, Fulgence, we're getting from the fam that the audio is choppy. So
That's not you. That's me, probably.
that's you. But okay.
I mean, I can see it right now. You have a yellow bar, but I mean, you have no way of fixing the internet. You don't have that skill, so just ignore it and keep going. It'll
Okay.
fix itself.
Okay. All right. So we're good. So yeah. So okay, Doc. Thank you. Thank you for that. Because a lot of people go, okay, I'm gonna get a 4K monitor. I'm gonna get a 6K monitor, and they just go for the size, but it just narrowing down what it is. What's your use case gonna be?
Yeah. And then all of us blind people who like 32s, they also work your machine harder. Common sense, but it never kicks in when you're buying a monitor, right? The people who can love 24s and 27s, you're doing fine. When you're like me and you want to rock 32s, I know that it's going to take a graphics hit on my machine because it has to push. I mean, it's common sense. It's like driving a big old car or driving a little car.
Okay. So fam is talking about it.
The
Okay.
audio is good for everybody. They refreshed it.
For
It's good.
everybody. Okay. Michelle has 4 monitors. And LilyPad that mirrors one of the. Okay.
Wow. You're all
That's-
It
impressive.
can be
I
done.
just use my
It's
laptop.
super easy. With display link. Yeah, and every time I have to work with Katie, I'm like, "How do you function in one monitor?" She goes, "Easy." I'm like, "No, it ain't." No, it
Because
ain't.
I train myself to not need the extra displays. Because if I had them and then I was in a different space without them, I would be sad. So now I just don't. I get used to not having them.
And Joel is correct. The LG Ultrafine is probably the best non-Apple monitor that you can buy because it is basically the Apple monitors with some of the metal casings and extra stuff pulled out.
People like those like super, super wide monitors now. And it's really funny because
Yeah.
I'll screen share with customers sometimes when I really just want to see the problem firsthand. And I'll say, okay, now like in Zoom, like hit screen share. And like I said at the top of the show, like I always are just on a laptop. So when Zoom takes that like 4 foot wide display from the customer and shrinks it onto my 16-inch MacBook Pro, it's like microscopic. And then
You're
I'm
like,
like, oh, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, they're like, can you see my screen? I'm like, I can see your screen. I can't read any of the words. And they were like, okay, well, here's my problem. Do you see it right here? And I'm like, wait, what? And they're like, oh no, I'm sorry, that's on my other screen. And I'm
Oh,
like,
shoot.
how many giant screens do you have?
I had to
4
give
from
up
Doc,
my
yeah.
4K monitor because when I started working at Ecamm and doing demos, nobody could see the demos. So that's why I bought a 2K, even though I know the text isn't as sharp as I would like it. It's the best for doing demos. Because of what Ken just said.
So on that
Super
note,
tiny.
one of the features that we're working on for soon is a much
soon.
requested feature to be able to just make the words in Ecamm bigger. Because we have a lot of customers who like they don't understand why all the fonts are like microscopic size
We have
10
Ecamm
text.
employees that are blind.
Yeah, and so I mean not just blind people, like
Old
just
people.
people who are trying to do a screen share, old people especially who don't want to have to get their readers out, and or just people who want bigger words in general. We're gonna
Yeah,
be
to
adding
see
that.
without having to get also close to the monitor.
Yeah.
My readers need readers.
So it's gonna make all of the palettes that have tables in them, like scenes, overlays, sound effects, and such palettes, have the font and icon scale based on your selected text size. I'm not sure what else I could have grow. I haven't really like got to
Well,
that
the
part
comments
yet, but
one
in
works
theory, like,
perfectly. So if it just act like that, that would be great.
say again.
The comments one works perfectly. And I was like, none of the other windows do that but the comments. But the comments one is exactly what we want.
Yes.
Okay. The comments one, that's just hard coded like as it widens. There's just 3 or 4 breakpoints where it passes that breakpoint, it just increases the text size. So it's not super clever, but it kind of most of the time does
But
what
it
you
works.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just bring it over.
that model that doesn't allow for like a showing lots of data in the window at a time by making it bigger. So people might not like that on all the windows, but you're right, that is another possibility.
Oh, I get it. It's just by breakpoint. That makes sense. So
Yeah.
for the people who are uninitiated while we speak nerd, if you grab a web page and you grab the corner and you start to pull it in and the web page starts reshaping at various pixels when you hit a certain size, that's a breakpoint. So there's a breakpoint for iPhone and iPad. And when we used to code web pages, we used to cheat. We didn't have that Chrome extension. So you just make it skinny and be like, oh yeah, that's iPhone. You make it a little bit wider. Oh, that's iPad. And make it fully, oh, that's a big desktop. And you
Oh,
would
a lot
guess
of
if you
most
got
web
your
pages
coding right.
most web pages still work like that though. You just say like
Huh?
if it's smaller than 800 pixels, they're on mobile. Like they're too lazy to try to fight and
Yeah,
figure
a
out
lot of people
rather
think
never
it's
than
more
got
on
their
like-
responsive down.
It just got too complicated to figure it out by device. There's just too many different devices now. It's actually just cleaner to do it by width.
Yep.
Speaking of comments,
right.
Marianne has a question. Can you have a text overlay hide after a certain amount of time, like the comments?
You have your friend write it to you as a comment. Is that a feature, Glenn? I don't remember.
No,
I don't think
you would
there's a-
have to cheat. You make two scenes and you make one without it. And so you have it auto change the scene.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way to
that
do
solution would work.
So Fulgence, let's go to the next trivia because we are over here at 7:59 and we have
Uh-oh.
three prizes to give away.
Yeah.
So
Anna also gets hungry at a certain point. And y'all
Yeah,
know
we're all
why.
starving.
yes, that's
Y'all
right.
do
We're
not
here
want to
for it.
see that.
All right, let's head on over to the next question. Oh, let me hide this. This is not it. All right, so which one are we going to pick here? Let me hide the timer also. Stop the timer. All right, so I quit karate just 1 month after taking the black belt test.
Before.
Before taking.
Before taking the black belt test. Yes.
Well, if you said karate, you failed.
Oh no.
Someone mute Doc.
I think I might know who this is though.
Hey.
All right.
All right. Let's see. There's the stop is in there. Yes. Okay. The stop is in there. So I want to hear. It was me.
I was going to say, I knew the answer was
It
Anna.
was me. It was me. And Joel, how do you say that's Anna? Like, what gave it away? What gave it away? I do want to hear what gave it away, and then I tell my story.
Well, there's two things. One, it sounds like you, and second, everybody else had already gone.
And it definitely wasn't me.
Joel
And
thinks you're a
people
quitter,
were-
Anna. That's what I heard.
People were
Anna's a
close.
quitter.
But I quit karate after I threw somebody across the desk in the classroom one time. That's when I quit. So Anna
Oh,
got
there you
further
go.
than I did.
Yeah, but the reason why I quit karate, a month before the black belt test was because I found out I was pregnant and I was so scared that it was gonna do something to the baby, so I didn't do it.
That's a legitimate excuse.
Yeah,
You
and
can
I
have
was
that
like,
one.
I could have done it. I could have done it
Our
though, but
sensei taught all the way up until the 9th month.
yeah. Yes.
And she's a world champion. Actually, she is the coach for the U.S. Olympic karate team. Is
Yeah.
our same sensei. She's the coach right now. She lives.
Yeah,
right down
I
the
could have
street.
done it.
You should
but
go
I
back
didn't
and
know.
finish.
Yeah, I know.
finish them
I've tried a couple of times, and kids have.
And you
stopped
know who
me,
can
but,
test you? Karen. Karen can
Yeah,
test
you and Karen fly out to Hawaii, and you and Karen can take.
Karen,
can
let's
take
do
the
you.
it.
Hey,
Let's
then
do
me
it,
and Fulgence
Karen.
could go hang out.
Right.
Let's go. All right, so Joel, you're the winner. Let's enter Joel. Who else? I think it was Joel.
Gretchen.
You were the only one.
And Gretchen.
Actually, Joel and Gretchen.
Joel and
Joel
Gretchen.
and Gretchen. Don't leave Gretchen out now.
Nice.
Add Gretchen to the wheel.
I saw a stop, so I'm like, okay.
We're being
No,
it's Christmas.
I'm being good. Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
Paul's being good. Okay, Gretchen.
No, Paul is
yeah.
scared of Gretchen,
Gretchen
as she
knew.
should be.
She's as
Gretchen,
big as
wanna
I
know
am,
why
tall-wise.
you chose. You're like, okay.
Okay.
So Joel did a deduction. Okay, so let's go to the next one, please. If you have it all in.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is. Where is it? Here we go. All right. I ordered a Meet 2 camera that was supposed to arrive on Friday, but when I got the delivery notification, it wasn't at my door. That's when I realized I had accidentally sent it to someone else.
Who did this?
Who did this? Who did this?
I know the answer. Saeed, it's not you, me, or Joel. So
It's not
stop it.
Saeed, it's not Joe.
Exactly. No sign, no talk, but.
Oh my God. Let's just say I was on the phone call when it was discovered.
And right.
Who was
Who was it? Who was it?
Who was it?
It wasn't me, Linda.
It was Paul.
When Paul said, "Oh, we were just sitting here. It was quiet. We was finishing something up in Zoom, and then there was some explicatives came out." And I was like, "What? Like something happened?" And then Paul told me, I almost cried. That's so
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
I was
Who
so
do you
excited to
think
get
to?
this. I got it on Friday. I had ordered it, and I was like, "Oh, this is." I couldn't wait to get it because I wanted to change out my ZVE10 and whatnot. And it got delivered, and I went to the door and I looked, and it's like, "Where's my camera?" And then I went back in and looked, and when I was at camp, I had something delivered to Katie at her house, and through B&H. And I didn't realize that B&H defaulted my address to her house. So when I ordered this, I just did my normal thing, ordered it, and didn't think anything of it. And Katie has my camera now.
Have you guys seen this like thing lately where packages are coming from Amazon and other places with just your first name on them? Have you guys
Oh.
experienced this? No?
I haven't.
I can see Anna having that happen to her because
We've
she's
got a
one of
bunch of
those
packages
celebrities
lately
with
that
one
just
name.
say like our first name, and I don't know if it's some new
Stop.
trend with the shipping companies, like because they figured why
No,
last name, who
they
cares?
do it a lot here too. It's a
But-
private.
Yeah.
You know,
So we got
the-
a bunch of packages and one of them just said on the top, it just said my address and it said Frank. We were just like, huh? Like, do we even know a Frank? And it was just like some weird little 3D printed gadget from Amazon, like $5 thing. And I figured that, like, because we've had this happen before where Amazon sellers of like cheap crap will just like send it to random addresses so they can write reviews for it.
Yeah.
So I just chucked it in the trash. And then the next day I got a text from one of my neighbors.
Oh no.
I think you might have got my package. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no, Frank.
So I had to go in the kitchen trash and push the coffee grinds off of it. They're like, oh yeah, I have it right here.
That could have been one of yours. What did this happen to?
Yeah.
Who did this
great.
happen
guess-
to?
He moved.
Ken, I got
he moved
something
like a
cool
few
for
houses
you.
over. Like temporarily, he moved a few houses down the street. And he just didn't know, I guess, his address. And he
You-
put my
you-
so
Ken,
it
do you
had
remember?
my address. Like it was like my actual address and Frank. And I'm like, no. Like,
The other
Do you remember like when we wanted to send our friend Matt who lives in New York City, we wanted to send him a poppy seed muffin for his birthday.
oh yeah.
So we door dashed him a poppy seed muffin to like somewhere in like East Village or something. And then we found out that we didn't know it, but he had moved to like a few blocks down. but he's still got his muffin.
Wow, that is
Wow.
DoorDash
Like-
Wow.
service.
Yeah, the DoorDasher like got redirected like by the new resident, and he still got his muffin.
That DoorDasher was so
So,
angry.
Just when you think New York City is not just like a small town.
That's amazing.
The
All
other thing
right,
I'm
so
trying
we
to figure out, the thing I'm trying to figure out here is on all the questions, there was only like 1 or 2 people that got the correct answer.
Exactly.
The question
So
that
we have-
involved me, there were 7 people that got the right answer.
So, Paul, I just want to
know
make sure
you,
I have
Paul.
all those names. I have AG, Marianne, Steve, Colum, Matt, Joel. I have 5. I'm missing 2 more.
There's Saeed, Valerie, AG, Marianne, Steve Cullum, Joel Bennett, Matt, and writer Coach Corner.
Okay. Perfect.
Everyone is there. All right, so we have a couple of more. It's 8:08, and we need to get going here. So let's bring it.
All right, here we go.
And I will.
Here we go. I have been a Tesla driver for about 10 years, and I've never once ran out of electricity.
Damn. All right.
Way before Elon Musk lost his mind for reals.
we need to do a wild.
All right.
All right.
Oh, sorry, stop. I'm typing away.
Okay, who is the so lucky person? And a lot
did
of
good.
people guessed you, Ken. A lot
I'm the
of people.
last person. I'm the only one left.
Process
That's
of
what they're doing.
elimination.
You know, but the thing is that it could have been somebody else because we have wild cards. But
Oh.
okay. Yeah.
Well, the other thing, too, is if you've been to Creator Camp, you kind of know. You have a good guess.
And
That's
then Joel
why
gave up
George
the
answered
strategy.
so quickly. And everybody just went right after George. It's like George always answers right. Let's just take
Yeah.
Oh, they
Just
were
copy
being
George's
good.
paper.
Strategy.
Oh, strategy.
That's a
Good strategy.
Yeah. All right, so we have George, Steve, Marianne, Valerie, and Joel.
Here you go. Here's the list.
A lot
You
of
can
people
erase
also
Valerie.
guessed Glenn.
George, Steve, Marianne,
So
Valerie,
Ken,
Michelle.
how is that? Like for 10 years, you've never had. What is it? Like people are asking if you had a long extension, an extra long extension.
The long range.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you just got to plan better. You just got to plug it in before you go to bed. It's like your phone. That's-
Just
Just
plug in
plan
your
better.
car, plug in your phone.
yeah. And it warns you now, like my watch, if you get home and it's low and you are home for like more than 5 minutes, you get a notification on your watch like, plug in your car. It's pretty nice.
Well, actually, the reason it works is because Ken rides with Glenn all the time, so he never uses his cars.
He just doesn't use his car. Yeah.
I've gotten it down to where it says 2 miles left, and I was like, I could get home in that, and actually just drove slow, and then it went to 5 miles in case I got home.
Oh.
So
Now, my wife's gotten it down to 0 miles. You can actually get it to 0 miles. She just has no range anxiety, and she just like drives it down to single digits
I
all the
would
time.
be way
And
too
she's had it down to 0, and it still keeps going.
yeah, it has a little bit of a backup. I don't know what the distance is on it, but
Yeah,
on
It's-
the I-3, I think it was like 5 miles.
it's bad
There's a
publicity
message
to
that comes
have
up,
people-
turn all excess apps off.
All right, Fuljens, let's do one wild and then let's spin that wheel, please.
All right, let's do
We can
one.
because we could stay here for, but
Yeah.
we're about to be hungry.
Right, so let's do the wild. It's
I
the
think she
wild
put that
card.
we on Fuljens, right?
She means me and Anna. We're about to be hungry.
Right, right. All right, let's see. What can we pick as? Let's see here. Here we go.
Nobody.
One summer in college, I was recruited to sell Cutco knives, and I actually got pretty good at cutting the competition.
Oh.
I think we can all guess who that was who made that pun.
Maestro.
I am not one of the answers, Michelle.
Yeah, Doc and
Doc
Saeed.
would not make that.
I would never sell
are not
legal
playing.
knives. Come on, you know me better than that. What kind of self-respecting Puerto Rican would sell a legal knife?
We bought a knife from a neighbor when we were little, a Cutco knife from a neighbor girl. And honest to God, it's the only good knife we've ever owned, and we still have it like 35 years later.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
those
they
old
have
knives.
I still have
Today's
one.
stream is brought to you
Yeah.
by Cutco Knives.
Okay, so who? Oh, nobody guessed it. Okay, reveal yourself.
Oh, way to go. Way to go.
That was a good one. Oh, man.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. So I have a cannon here that I want to pop because we're now going to do it the end of the year. So this is a tradition, and Paul is like, Anna, are you gonna do it? So I said yes. This is from last year, so who knows if it's gonna work or not. But before we do this,
Who's going to clean it up?
I do, and I leave all of the
I
things.
thought
so
you was going to make nephew clean it up. I was like, wow, my mom would have done the same thing.
But let's see who won. What are you doing, Saeed?
He's on fire.
Saeed is trying to light Doc on fire.
All right, so let's pull that wheel and let's see. So what
All right.
is happening? What two of you is going to win? Actually, how are we going to do this, Fuljens? Okay, so
Spin
two
the-
of you, Paul.
I just spend announce the first gift and spend the wheel for the first gift.
Okay, all right, here we go.
What's the first gift?
You're going to win Ken's Tesla.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
You're gonna win.
Oh, Fulgence, you forgot to put my name on that list.
Right. A bunch of
Hang on,
names.
hang on.
A bunch of names.
Ken's cord. It's Ken's cord that we're gonna have.
Actually,
Has
you guys can
gardening
have it.
supplies in the trunk, too.
Everyone knows they stopped working after 3 years, so
oh, snap.
go and
Oh,
cheat.
Ken has a 10 years. Is it 10 years?
They're different Teslas.
Oh, look at that wheel. That looks like a nice candy.
Yes, it does.
That's a nice
Oh,
wheel.
very good.
W-
Gangster grandma.
yeah, gangster. Yeah. All right. Did we announce the first prize?
What did we say? It's a $25 gift card to Amazon.
There we go. There we go. So this is for a $25 Amazon gift card. Let's go. Let's
Everybody's
spin it.
clicking their screens
Suspense.
so fast.
Gangsta grandma.
I called it.
I
I should win one, too. I called it.
You called it, Doc.
Oh my
Oh, and it
god.
automatically takes her out.
Congratulations,
Yes.
Gangsta Grandma.
All
All
right.
right, so now the next.
All right. Is this also for a gift card?
Yeah, the next one, same thing.
Awesome.
And the third prize is different.
Okay. Here we go. Here it is. Let's go. Let's spin.
Good luck. Good luck to all. Joe!
Joe! All right. I'm over here clapping with confetti. What if this passed before?
Anna, I keep
Is that
noticing you keep
25
pointing that
CAD?
at. Yeah, you keep pointing that at Fulgence.
All right.
Okay, so Fuljens, the last one is.
Here we go.
What
Kay
did they
didn't
win?
say what the prize was.
Yeah, Fuljens, you gotta say what the prize is.
Oh, the price for this one is going to be a free camera overlays pack, which is currently available on our Gumroad store. And you're going to have a tons of camera layouts such as this one. And there are way more in there, as you saw earlier. So here's 8 of me. Here's 7. Here's another 7. Here we go. All of these layouts for any of your videos here, right? So this is for layouts for up to 8 guests, including screen share as well. So you're going to get this for free.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New
And
Year.
it comes with Fuljens in the overlay.
Yes.
Just awful.
It's like a Walmart photo frame.
It comes with 8 mini Fulgenses on the shelf.
Yeah, you get a little mini Fulgence to produce your show.
All right. So here we go.
All right, here we
Who
go.
will win? Let's see.
Best part of waking up is Fuljens in your
In your camera overlay.
Again,
Oh,
Wait, we have to spin that again.
win.
We'll have to spin that again.
Spin it again. It was supposed to take him out.
It was 2 Joels in there. Let me see. Let me just make sure I remove. Because
Yeah, you gotta remove.
There's another Joel.
they're spelled
Yeah.
different.
One more Joel.
The
Oh, wait,
prize
wait.
the prize goes to the first Joel.
And you have 2 Steves.
Did Steve win? Steve didn't win yet. Did he?
No, but I'm saying you have
Yeah,
twice.
No, that's right, because he won twice.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
There's
correct.
4 Steves.
Yes.
4
4
Steves.
Steves.
4 chances to win, Steve.
All right. So
Okay.
I am spinning.
Should have put in Scuba Steve.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
But
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Saeed, gonna have to give it away.
For your new computer and Ecamm license. New year, new you. New year, new you.
You know what?
Foreshadow.
This we're gonna give
Wait,
it.
You're
Saeed,
muted.
You're mute.
Yeah,
You're
Saeed
mute,
is muted.
Wait, he's speaking.
I said I would like to gift it to someone. So if anybody, you can
Spin it
spin
again.
again or
All right, spin
Spin
it
it again.
Spin it
Spin
again.
again.
But
spin again.
Saeed, you
What a
will get it
nice
anyway because that's
person.
more encouragement for you to sign up with Ecamm. So we're giving it to you still.
We call this the
Blood.
Convert Saeed show.
All right, here we go for the camera overlays bundle. There you go.
All right.
Congratulations to
you. Yay. So fam, remember that this is going to be the last ENN of the year. And Newsflash and Katie.
Newsletter. And yeah. I mean, still lots of stuff happening from
Yeah.
Ecamm, but no newsletter and no newsflash and no ENN until the new year.
Yeah, so it's going to be quiet for a little bit, but there's always replay. So you can go and watch your favorite episodes, including this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Way to go, Steve.
more chances to win. I'm going to move this microphone out of the
I
way.
can't wait till my 8th full to show up in the middle of Katie's house.
Welcome anytime, Fuljens. Right next to Paul's camera.
Exactly.
My hands are sweaty. Let me see. Okay, let's do this. Fuljens.
Yes.
Wait a second.
You should aim it at the camera.
No.
Don't aim it at the
Wait.
camera.
Fuljens, you need to remove all the overlays.
You were going to buy a new camera anyway.
No, I
I'll send you
Listen.
Paul's. It's fine.
All right, let's do it first. All right, here we go. One. Wow, this was from last year, okay? Count, please. 1, 2.
5,
One, count up or down? Okay, 4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Kaboomie.
There.
It worked.
It
It
worked.
worked.
Yes. It's a hero. I love it. So fam,
Oh my God.
enjoy the rest of your year. We will see you in the community. Thank you so much for joining us, for being so awesome and being so loyal to us here on ENN every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for being with us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.